What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. Now, today we're hopping into a brand new solo series, Black Cat. And it's about time that our Black Cat gets another solo series, another opportunity to shine. And this series is gonna see Felicia really taking on a role that she never expected. She finds herself filling the shoes of shoes she never even wanted to put on in the first place. Coming from the writer Willow Wilson, we pick up at the night nurse's office. Right now, it's so late that it's almost early. Now, we got Lizard in here, we got Daredevil, we got a handful of individuals. One of them, Felicia Hardy. And the reason that Felicia's here is she got a beat down. But to back it up and really understand what happened, why she's getting punched by Lizard, we gotta start at the beginning. This all started when Peter Parker stopped answering her calls. With a bag full of cash and on the run from the cops, she's on the phone and she's trying to figure out, is Peter Parker ghosting me? She is continuously going to voicemail. She's really just wanting to know, like, if you're mad at me, at least tell me. Like, give me the heads up, let's talk about it like grown-ups. As the voicemail comes to an end, the cops are still hot on her tail. They're still chasing her down, and usually they've given up at this point. So she thinks maybe it's time to call in some backup. This is where she gets on the horn with Boris. On the run and needing somewhere to hide out. The only place that's actually nearby as a safe house is above the pet supply store. The only problem, Lizard is currently breaking into it. So when Felicia runs into him, she kind of is like, get out of my way. Like, I just need to get through. I'm not trying to stop you. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. I just need to get through you. This discussion becomes heated very quickly. And Felicia will admit that looking back, all the sarcasm might have been a mistake because he attacks. Now, Felicia, she can fight. She knows her grappling. She knows her ground game. And while she's trying to wrap him up, she's also trying to talk to him. To let him know, like, hey, we don't need to be doing this. Like, honestly, I just want to get into the safe house. I just want to get to safety. I want to chill out. But Lizard throwing Felicia off of him, charging full speed. We see her sidestep, and he trips. Face plants right into a garbage can. Add in a little bit of bad luck and we see a sign falling on his head. And while all of this is transpiring, this is when Spider-Man shows up. And Black Cat, she's like, finally. Like, I've been trying to call you, I've been trying to get a hold of you. What the heck is going on? But then looking at him, she says that something is off. Whatever's going on with Spider-Man is connected to everything going on with HELLGATE in his series. Spider-Man comes in here, he stares at her, and then he just swings away. And Felicia is left wondering, like, what the hell was that? Nonetheless, this is her opportunity to get inside, get upstairs, and get into that safe house. Finally, an opportunity to slow down. After getting a bath, after getting some time to relax, noticing the lacerations on her arm, she probably needs to go see the night nurse. But as she makes her way through the city, this is where two kids, they pickpocket her. Usually people wouldn't be so bold, but right now, more than ever, lesser thieves are bold. They're bold as hell, distracted by her bleeding arm. The fact that Spider-Man's acting weird, it's making her sloppy, but she heads off to the night nurse. And the two of them having some dialogue, it seems that a lot of costume types, they're out there trying to murder each other at the moment. And Felicia tells the night nurse that what's depressing as a thief, you think you worked outside the system, here to add a little bit of chaos, to shake things up a bit. But when actual chaos arrives, when the system starts to change, when it starts to break apart, you realize you depend on this system to survive, that more chaos doesn't actually help you. She always thought that it would be great if Spider-Man looked the other way for a while. She thought it would make it easier for her to do her job. But now that he's distracted by HELLGATE, everyone in her world has gotten worse. And if she's being honest with herself, she misses the way it was before. This is where she comes to her most obvious conclusion. She's got to do something about it. Black Cat is going to fight crime. Now, somewhere in the boroughs, we have two people that are meeting up. We have Sandman and Tombstone. You see, when you decide to change course, not everybody's gonna be happy with your decision. There's always gonna be somebody waiting, just waiting for you to mess up. And today, those guys are these two. Now that Black Cat has decided to take over Spider-Man's job, they think that this might be something that they can use. They're not exactly sure how yet. They're gonna have to think on it. But they're gonna let this sit and simmer. They're gonna figure out what she's exactly gonna do. Let her make her next move. And if it ends up falling in our favor, we can use that to our advantage. If it doesn't end up falling in our favor, we could just take her off the board completely. Either way, the scheming begins. That is where this issue ends. All in all, not a bad start. Now, I'm usually not the hugest fan of Willow Wilson's writing. Not to say it's necessarily bad, it's just not my cup of tea per se. It's really a hit or miss. Some of the stuff I really liked that she does, other stuff, not so much. But when it comes to this story, I think we're off to a great start. I think it has the potential to tell a fun and exciting story. Now, you guys know that we're not keeping up with the Spider-Man stuff. Haven't kept up with it in a while, so I don't really know what's going on with HELLGATE. I gotta go back, I gotta look it up, I gotta figure out how it plays into everything, but we all get the gist of it. Spider-Man's out of the equation temporarily, and this is causing a lot of the street-level bad guys to start acting up. And so Black Cat, wanting maybe to get a sense of normalcy, she thinks maybe it's time to try and put these guys in check. Now, I think the bigger thing here is she mentions loneliness. Peter Parker completely ignoring her. And she doesn't have a lot of people that she's really close with. So a part of me is telling me that this is really all for Peter Parker's attention. Now, you guys know how I feel. I think that Felicia and Peter at this point should be together. After everything that they've just butchered with MJ, after everything happened with Paul, and now she's Venom and all kinds of craziness, like, let Mary Jane go be her own thing. Let them continue to just absolutely destroy her character. I've always felt that Felicia's a better match for Peter anyway, so why not go down that route? And this kind of feels like, you know, she talks about loneliness and being alone, Peter Parker ignoring her. You gotta feel like wanting to take on the role of Spider-Man, it kind of says, you know, I want your attention. I want you to notice me, even if it's subconsciously. But it'll be interesting to see her take on this role, deal with people like Tombstone, deal with people like Sandman. I really hope they don't go in the direction of actually making her a hero. I really hope this is like a temporary story arc, a temporary change, and she goes back to doing, you know, what she does best, being who she is. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything that has been going on with Marvel Comics, or if you want to get caught up on our previous Black Cat stories, check out the link in my description and as well as the top of this video. It's going to get you caught up on everything going on with this series. If you would like to support our channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. It gives you tons of perks, tons of options, and it's a fantastic way to support our channel and help us grow. But if you're unable to do that, the free way to help us out is just by subscribing to the channel, by liking the video, and making sure that you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any content that we have coming out. With that being said, until the next breakdown.